This is a Howard TV original production.
On this episode, Howard helps put Champion Magazine on the map by shooting their cover.
I like to turn you sort of this way.
And Ramen gets her own radio show, The Chatter.
Guy who shot his penis off.
Yeah.
What's your problem? Testing 1, 2. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would like to be considered a professional photographer because I love doing it. My goal is to be comfortable with the camera and learn how to do certain things.
I don't even know where the love of photography came from, in the sense that I don't know where it originates. I just was always interested in learning about the camera and lighting and how to take good professional pictures.
See, that's the light.
I was just working, and all of a sudden the door opens, and there's Howard with his camera, and he's like, look natural, keep working.
See, but now I'm getting all shadows all over your face. I don't like that.
Even when I'm turned this way? How about now?
Turn toward me. That's pretty interesting. Well, that's pretty dramatic. Feel both?
Good job, both.
Wolf has a lot of settings to do. He's a professional photographer now.
I wouldn't know how to sign up.
Greg, you're fucking me up.
I'm fascinated every time Howard picks a new hobby. You know, they always laugh at me for having moved from one thing to another, like horseback riding to boating. But who else does that?
I want to set the white balance off that.
What? What is it? $60 for $8 for the DVD.
No good.
It was definitely harder to act natural and pretend he wasn't there for a couple different reasons. Because it's Howard, and because he has a camera, and because he wants to see me working, and he wants me to look good, and I don't look very good. If I'd known I was going to get my picture taken, I would have showered today.
The way it's going, I don't think you're gonna get your picture taken. This is fucking retarded. I'm not doing anything. What is my shutter speed?
Right. But basically, if you want to still get Netflix, unlimited DVD, unlimited streaming, the same service you had before for $9.99.
He's the only photographer I've ever worked with who told me to get that goofy look off of my face. And my face is pretty goofy, so I didn't know what look he was talking about.
Hold on, I'm doing something. I'm like taking you out, Greg.
In the end, Howard gave me a really, really amazing shot that he took of me, and to know that it was Howard that took it was really amazing. And it's a really cool picture, and to make me look somewhat human and decent is a tough job, and he did a great job.
Now, what made Dave the winner? What made his case so compelling? Why do you think he won?
He was very sympathetic. He's, you know, there's a timetable. He's going to lose a leg. We had no idea that he was coming in to shoot us at the wrap-up show, but he came with the camera. He was just sort of skulking around like he didn't want to really us to draw attention to it on the air, and he just started shooting, so I just did what I was doing and let him do his thing. I don't think he was so upset by it that he wouldn't want me to bring it up. These are the kinds of things that we do talk about during the breaks.
Hey Lily, what was it that your doorman actually said to you?
It's a pretty cool picture. I'm going to deliver it today, but I wasn't able to sign it.
You want to sign it like in the corner? Right in the... now, I think this will work. This is what everybody suggested, so we'll just...
Yeah, but then it's going to come off the glass.
No, it's a paint pen.
I particularly like the aspect of having a finished product and giving it to someone where they can either hang pictures or make it part of a slideshow or something like that. I like the whole idea.
Love it, man. Thanks. I know exactly. I found a spot for it and everything.
Just trying to think of the year.
Thanks. Perfect, man. Thanks. I think it says, "I love you, man, Howard Stern." And I love you too, man.
Ralph came to me in early November and said that for Champion Magazine, they were going to have Howard Stern do the photo shoot for the cover of the December issue.
I was looking at some of his photographs one day, and I was looking at it going, wow, he's gotten really, really good.
So you showed me a bunch of stuff you were doing last night. You were showing me Photoshop. I think you got really, really good at all of this. I think you got a really good eye now, and the way you can work Photoshop, I was really impressed with that.
Oh, man.
Ralph called in one day, and he was just so complimentary of Howard's photography that I thought something was up.
He wants me to shoot the cover of his app. But
I
don't think he'd allow me to do it if he didn't think I was good.
Now I get it.
He wouldn't ask me to do it if I wasn't good.
Now I get it.
Ralph asked me if I would shoot something for Champion Magazine, and I said, what's Champion Magazine? Then he explained to me it was an app. He showed it to me. I said, yeah.
Champion Magazine is a digital interactive magazine about comic books, pop culture, video games, TV, movies, just an overall guide to the month of pop culture.
Originally, he wanted me to shoot maybe a famous person for the cover, and I just said, you know, it really interests me, these people who go to Comic-Con and they dress up either for a living or they just dress up out of pure enjoyment. I said, wouldn't it be cool to take some of those people and put them in an ultra-sophisticated setting?
The location was this amazing 4 or 5 story townhouse with this great circular staircase that went through every floor, and just had all these different great rooms. It's used in a lot of commercials, and it's used in photo shoots.
Yaya Han was the first model that we hired. She came in with Wonder Woman, Scarlet Witch, and Catwoman. Martin Miller, he came in his Chewbacca costume. Wilbert Rivera came in as Captain America. He's someone that Ralph met at Comic-Con. So is Crystal Lee. She was Storm. She also met Ralph at Comic-Con. Another girl, Anna, she came in as Emma Frost. A girl named Jenny was a friend of Yaya. She came in as Psylocke.
Sam was there. I was very honored that Sam was there.
That's really amazing. That's great. Thank you.
Atlanta Airport and couldn't read anything.
Sam is officially the publisher. He's invested money into it. That's obviously one big thing. And he gives his opinion and expertise.
I know maybe leave an interchange. Absolutely. That's what I would do. I would put everyone on here and let's shoot them.
The Chatter is a weekly show that handles current headlines and current events. And Robin discusses those current and daily events with her panel.
I've proposed a few different shows to Sirius over the course of our being here, and Will came up with this concept, and I liked it.
The closing segment is going to be hello and goodbyes, if you like that idea. Basically, it would be, it's a way of you saying kind of hello to whatever you want to say. Something you're happy about. Hello, new gas standards. Obama introduced new gas standards, 50 miles a gallon this week, and goodbye, very good, sorry, goodbye to maybe somebody died this week, or goodbye to whatever it is. And that's a show for this week. I'd like to thank my panel. You hit the plugs again. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you again next week on whatever it is.
Okay.
I'm absolutely supportive of it. Robin's a great talent, and Robin has a lot to say on her own, and I thought it would be something wonderful for her.
I was excited about getting to talk about the news in a different way. I was also excited about featuring different kinds of people who don't necessarily get to do our show.
Going to the next page, you kind of say, and that's my take. After the break, I'll be joined by my various team panel of know-it-alls, whatever you want to say there. You can be nice if you'd like. We play the first break. We're back, and I'm very happy to introduce my team of experts, or at least the only people available this afternoon. And then we'll go down. We're working on the panel now.
Robin wanted to do a show, and so some of the guys had ideas, Robin had ideas, and we put it together. It's simple as that.
Guy who shot his penis off.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you details on that too. Because what'll happen is there'll probably be a guy reading a headline, and then you can elaborate a little bit more on the story.
Right.
But I'll make sure you have that information.
Yeah. One of the ways that we introduce shows is we'll do a test show, and we'll get kind of the thoughts and the feedback from the staff.
I mean, we could act like this is a show and give me a countdown, or, you know, are we gonna do this like a show, or are we gonna say, well, we're doing it, whatever?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, I'm Robin Quivers, and welcome to The Chatter, the show where we break down all the newsworthy this week. All the news what?
All that's news.
Oh, that's newsworthy, okay. Sorry about that.
The show is heavily produced, so we were really trying to work out the kinks.
Okay, this is a serious problem. The question here is, what do we have the political will to do about Afghanistan?
Robin, I think we should go back and just do the Afghanistan one real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And you should, I think you should make it, because you didn't really say whether you think we should stay or go.
All right, I know that.
It features Robin with a panel of comics or political pundits that just talk about the headlines.
So what do you think, Paul?
It's not a big deal to me. I mean, look, he's creating jobs. He's going...
Hold on for a second. Stop.
I swear I didn't touch it.
No, I laid it.
Moving on the scale.
Yeah.
Do we need to take a break? Are we breaking?
We're breaking. I mean, it just went really long.
I didn't see a...
We just started going. Let's do that again.
This was important to them that I was shooting the cover. And quite frankly, it was important to me. I know people are asking me to do this because of who I am on the radio, not because of my reputation as a photographer. So I'm anxious to impress them, and I tried to do some really interesting portraits of people.
I love your costume.
Thank you.
If you put a foot here and a foot here, and this is your main light, you're gonna, no, in fact, yeah, if you just put your 2 feet up here, okay, what I want to do is, I want you to actually turn this way, all right? And this is your light. So anything you play into that, if you mind if I move here?
Go ahead, do whatever.
Thanks.
I'm used to modeling, so.
Okay. Yeah, of course, I'm just gonna get this out of your face.
He was just really nice to the models, asking them where they came from, you know, what costume was this, kind of just talking to them in a very genuine way, and that put them at ease, and that gives you really good photos.
That's good. Stay like that, Ralph. That's fine. I love it. Excellent. I can take your hand out later. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I understand that Ralph got in the way a lot because Ralph is really a control freak, and so is Howard.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. Thank you. Wonderful. Can I try out somebody else to do things with her?
When Howard goes in to do a shoot, he's the photographer, he wants to arrange everything, and then Ralph wants to come in and make his final suggestion. Because Ralph is the kind of guy who would never really do anything, but he knows how it should be done.
The girls do that back there in great costume. Can you just turn the I finally encountered how annoying Ralph is. He is so annoying. He's annoying. At times I had to like rein him in.
I don't think it was a big deal. I was there to make it go as smooth as possible for him. It was no big deal, though. He might tell you otherwise.
Yeah, I think what we got to do is I really like narrowing your body down.
Yes.
And so what I like to do is I like to turn you sort of this way. Nice. Just like that.
He was a very dynamic personality on the set. He was very easygoing. He was really conversive with the models.
Nice. Great. Let's go a little tighter. That's great. Fabulous. Holding that. Great. Holding that. Holding that. I love it. Coming a little tighter. That's good.
We did the initial pilot, and everybody was a little nervous and on edge, you know, to see how it all fit together.
My one thing is that I think we need more production. I think we need more sound, more things that fill
I like
it
the
up.
idea of doing the ticking clock over the panelists, just kind of keep that on the schedule,
But that would
like
be
a buzzer or something.
A ticking clock, which would be 30 seconds, and then a sound effect, and then...
Right. We looked at what we had. We talked about the segments, how they went, what needed to be tweaked. It was a little bit difficult trying to find the right voice because it is different than the show we do every day. Don't we do both a hello and a goodbye?
Yes.
Yeah.
So hello, we got to write. So I got to write. So we could do any of these here, the ones you just gave me. So we could say hello.
Well, let's say hello to Scarlett Johansson, who's, you know, now apparently the person who picks the politicians who run.
Okay. So we did one pilot, and then we did a second one to kind of smooth things over.
Welcome to The Chatter, the show where we break down all the newsworthy things from last week in just 1 hour.
Perfect.
Let's get started. We're up to pick and choose. This is getting ridiculous. You cannot have a war and never get any money added into the coffers. All right, we're in chatter court. Joe, it's now your turn to tell us why Obama will beat the Republican.
Right now, the flavor of the month is the left, and in 4 more years, it'll swing back to the right as it always does, and then swing back to the left and swing back to the right. That's all that happens.
Okay, so by the time the swinging stops, you think it'll be swinging towards the Democrats?
The swinging hasn't stopped.
That's your mood swings. That's what you're talking about.
It's still that way.
I just want to be sure I got your argument. And that's our show for this week. I'd like to thank my panelists. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week on The Chatter.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having
us. Thank you, guys. I hope you had a good time.
Yes,
it was really fun.
You guys had some
Start
great
doing the show for
answers.
real.
I loved it.
I think the show's been moving in the right direction. It's gotten better every week.
We got some great guests on the show. We've had Lisa Lampanelli, Colin Quinn, Jenny Hutt, Judith Regan, Tom Green. A 60-year study has concluded that the G-spot doesn't exist. Or a new study that found women experience pain at a level about 20% higher than men.
It's disappointing that it took 60 years for them to figure that out. I could have told them that in about 60 seconds.
You never found it.
I never found it in as many years as I've been trying. Yeah.
We actually, are having a really good turnout. Please welcome the one and only Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy! Come on, you clap your hands. You want some real clapping. You clap your hands too, Robin. Come on, clap your hands. You want the real deal for the real man. That's what's up.
It's been fantastic having this kind of support.
I feel the show, especially the first 10 or 15 minutes, is really one of the best produced things I've heard in a long time on the radio, the way they go through all the topics and then Robin comments. And I enjoyed the show very much. Robin had done just a wonderful job. I was supportive of her as a host, and Will works on it as well. And yeah, after I heard the first show, I thought that she was onto something. I thought there was something really, really good going on there. Will did a real good job.
Yeah, he did.
Does Will produce the first 10 or 15 minutes? Does that part?
Will produces the whole show.
Oh, he does a great job.
He does an incredible job.
You do good radio.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you work well with Robin.
It was good. It's been a lot of fun so far. So.
Yeah.
It's great when Howard appreciates any work you're doing around here. So for him to talk about the Chatter on multiple occasions was great. I think he knows that how difficult it can be to fill an hour block with quality programming.
You're very well produced. You do a great job.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate
really
that.
wonderful. Like it's
A lot of work.
Have you heard it?
A lot of
I think it's really, really good.
Howard has listened to the show. He listened to the pilot, and he's listened to some other episodes, and he's been incredibly supportive, and he really is behind it. He thinks it's a great format for me, and he loves it.
Most radio shows I hear are not that well produced. I mean it. I mean, they're not.
Who knows what the future holds for the Chatter? We have big aspirations for it. I think the show's been moving in the right direction. It's gotten better every week. I think everybody that works on the show enjoys it and is really excited for its future.
It's been fun.
It was crazy to watch him literally set up all of his lights, adjust all the lights, tweak them, move stuff around himself. It was the kind of thing that you would see a photographer with a crew of a half dozen to dozen people doing all of this stuff, and he really did it all himself. It was kind of spectacular to watch.
I don't like that light at all.
I'm sorry, over there.
I know where an outlet is.
I didn't know that you did photography.
I don't.
You don't? This is like a...
That's the joke.
Okay.
No, I'm an amateur,
Oh, okay.
but I'm learning.
I like doing it on my own because I learn. I like to know everything from how to break down the equipment to specifically lighting it.
It's such a cool skill to have.
It is. And
It's hard though. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
It's really difficult.
All right, this is a really minor detail. Should the board look real?
No, I'll fix the board.
Okay.
Try to sound better at the photography.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with this one light.
You look like such a baller. I can't even deal with this.
What if you guys, Chewy, I love you looking just that way.
I like you kind of wooking in and up. I like you just kind of cheating that way. I love you watching the band, playing it, you know, moving, coming around, doing that as I'm firing away.
She slips her leg up and I grab her leg.
No, don't grab her leg. This, you know, yeah, that's nice, that's cute. I like that you're sitting forward, that's good. Your ass looks great, everything looks good. Good.
You can't just sit somebody in front of a camera and go, okay, you know, let's take a picture. You have to get them excited about what they're doing and, you know, give them feedback and, hey, turn this, move this, have your hand like this. So he's developing a really good eye for this.
If you scooch a little bit forward, I can even, yeah, that's good. Go ahead.
This is what the Avengers mentioned, the light
I only know of the Howard that fans know of. So seeing him sort of in this environment where, you know, he's in charge, he's the photographer, but he's working with models and he's trying to be creative was very interesting.
You look great, Jenny, great. Really look good. Why don't you wait till I'm done? But you look really good. You look really good. Here, I'll take an idea of what we're doing. I'll show you close up. On these, on you guys, you know what I mean?
That looks really cool.
Yeah, you guys are gonna look great. All right. All right. Let's see. Thank you. I think we're gonna work in here.
I think we went for almost 8 hours. We went 2 hours or 3 hours over what our actual allotted time at the location. So it was a long photo shoot.
I want to do the shot of the girl in the mirror. What I need this light out of the way.
Okay, give it to me. Please let me do it.
I want to cheat the Scarlet into Yaya into there. That's good.
Let me
I
just.
love it. Oh, Scarlet looks good with her ass out like that. That's good. It's funny.
But do you think we gotta flip flop them? Like she should...
No. She should just move here.
Right,
Yaya, you just come a little more forward into the mirror. You're checking out your makeup. Kind of. No. I'm sorry. I'm telling you the wrong thing. More to your left, but straight forward. Where you were was good. So Yaya, you're kind of just. Yeah, I like when you're looking up because it reflects really well in the mirror. Good stuff. Love this. I think we're making history. I don't know what we're making, but it seems like we are.
From beginning to end, it was an amazing experience that could have been disastrous. There could have been problems with models, the lighting, with cameras, and from Howard working with the models, to the models' enthusiasm, to the setting, it was just a day that came together almost perfectly.
I learned a lot on that champion shoot. It was a lot of pressure. I really wanted to come through for Ralph and all the guys who worked the Champion. And so I take it very seriously. And, you know, I wanted the pictures to be professional and something of quality that they could be proud of.
The final two cover choices came down to Yaya Han, dressed as Wonder Woman from DC Comics and the Scarlet Witch from Marvel Comics.
Love it. Chin up. Love it.
After I finished, I was down. I'm always down afterwards. I think I didn't get what I needed to get. I wanted to do more setups. I didn't have time. I didn't know if I had gotten it right.
We do two different versions, one for a portrait on the iPad and one that's more of a landscape, horizontal version. And the Scarlet Witch cover worked a little bit better in both those formats, and it popped a little bit more off the background. So we finally decided Scarlet Witch was the one to go with.
I think the pictures turned out awesome. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Nice.
You're gonna have to drag this light back a little bit more, Yaya, because I don't want it to shop.
They have to stretch me in Photoshop. I'm not as tall as she is.
Screw her. We like you, guys. We like you. You're our Catwoman. We mean it, actually. I'm hoping that. Jenny, you are a natural, Chewie. Turn to the light, Chewie. You play it up to the light. That's it, my friend. You got a hot chick. You're looking off. You're thinking about your future with her in bed. Your honeymoon. Loving that.